Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Hector, and today we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Specifically, we'll be talking about the USA 1-cent coin from 1980 and its value in today's market. So if you're into coins or just curious about the value of your pocket change, stick around. All right, let's start with the basics. The 1-cent coin from 1980, also known as the Lincoln penny, features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909. On the reverse, you'll see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which has been part of the design since 1959. The 1980 penny was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the Philadelphia coins lacking a mint mark and the Denver coins featuring a D. Both types are fairly common, but it's always good to check for subtle differences, especially if you're a collector looking for specific varieties. So, what's the 1980 penny worth today? Well, if you're just holding on to a standard circulated version of the coin, it's worth, drumroll please, 1 cent. Yes, that's right. In its everyday circulated condition, it's worth exactly what it was minted for, but here's the catch. As a collector, you might be interested in uncirculated or high-grade examples. Those can fetch anywhere from a few cents to a couple of dollars, depending on the coin's condition. Pennies in mint state can sell for $1 to $5, and if you're lucky enough to find one that's been preserved well over the years, it might be worth even more. Now, while the 1980 penny isn't exactly rare, there are some variations that could increase its value. For example, look out for coins with unique minting eras. Those are always a hit among collectors. Double die eras or other subtle mistakes can make a coin much more valuable, so always check your pennies closely. If you're looking to buy or sell these coins, eBay is a popular marketplace, or you can check out local coin shops. But always make sure you're dealing with a trusted seller to avoid overpaying for a coin that's not in the condition it claims to be. To wrap things up, while the 19801 cent coin isn't exactly a high-value collector's item in its everyday form, it still holds historical and sentimental value. And who knows, with some careful searching, you might stumble upon an error coin that could be worth a lot more. The 1-cent coin, known as the 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of the coin features Lincoln's portrait, created by artist Victor David Brenner. This design has remained unchanged since its introduction, making it one of the longest-running designs on any U.S. coin. In 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint replaced the wheat ears on the reverse with an image of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., designed by Frank Gasparo. This reverse design was used on all pennies from 1959 until 2008. The 1980 penny was part of this era, with the Lincoln Memorial reverse continuing its run. A key aspect of this time period is the continuing use of copper in the composition of the penny, which began transitioning in 1982 due to rising copper prices. Before 1982, pennies were primarily composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, in 1980, the coin's composition remained traditional. The 1980 penny was struck in large quantities, making it a common coin in circulation today. Despite being part of a routine minting year, the 1980 penny holds historical significance for a few reasons. It was one of the last years the U.S. Mint produced pennies almost entirely made of copper before the penny. 1982, the 1980s was a time of economic change in the U.S., marked by inflation and the early stages of a shift away from a predominantly copper-based currency. The U.S. government began considering alternatives to reduce the cost of minting pennies, which led to the introduction of a new alloy for the penny in 1982. The 1980 penny, therefore, serves as a symbol of a transitional period in U.S. coinage. Over 7 billion 1980 pennies were minted, making it very common. The 1980 penny is made of 95% copper, 5% zinc. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint used a D mint mark. Despite its age, the 1980 penny in circulated condition is worth exactly 1 cent, though higher-grade specimens can have a slightly higher value among collectors. The 1980 penny represents a classic example of U.S. coinage from the mid-20th century, during a time when the design and composition of coins were beginning to shift due to economic pressures. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin content. Let me know in the comments if you have any 1980 pennies in your collection and what you've discovered about their value. Until next time, happy collecting.